Hello Virgos, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing your March 2025 horoscope. Watch this first and foremost if you're Virgo rising, but Sun and Moon are very welcome to watch this as well. It is honestly a very important month, so if you have a Virgo Sun or Moon, even if it's not your rising, I would say that check this video out as well, because wow, of course, the biggest news is the eclipse that we're going to have, total lunar eclipse in the sign of Virgo, which is a little, I don't want to say that it's scary, because no, we will talk about this, and I will also make another video about the lunar eclipse. But that's definitely a big moment for a lot of Virgos, especially those who have placements from about 20th degree all the way essentially the third decan. I would say it's 20th to 29th degree of Virgo. It's important because it is a total lunar eclipse in your sign. There is going to be, of course, influence of South Node right there as well. We have Saturn and Neptune and Pisces finishing their journey. It's intense, and there is also so many activations of your 8th house that deals with endings and transformations. So definitely for Virgo risings, it could be like a very intense month, but Sun and Moon will also feel it as well, maybe more psychologically and more like in a different way. But for rising especially, I think this could be even a slightly critical month. But again, don't get scared. We will walk through this process together here and try to understand this more. Give this video a big thumbs up. Before we get started, as always, don't forget to subscribe. Also, all the information about personal readings that are currently offered. I currently do offer birth chart readings. I offer asteroids analysis and your chart consultation, love readings as well, and there's also a very unique mentorship opportunity with me where you can study astrology one-on-one. It's a 10-week intensive, 10 or 20 week, depending on how often we meet, weekly or bi-weekly. 10-week intensive where through diving into yourself, into your own chart, you study astrology, you study one-on-one with me. It is not a group setting. It is not any kind of automated, AI process either. It's a very intense study opportunity. Again, it's almost sold out because obviously it's just me, so I cannot really open so many spots, and it's very deep and powerful way to understand yourself, to learn astrology. I'll be your teacher, your guide. We meet every week, and every week I'm also available for homework assignments. If you need any if you have any questions, to reach out to me. So again, if you're interested, all the information and links are going to be down below. I'm so excited to have you guys on this journey with me. And anyway, let's go back to your horoscope. This month begins with Venus going retrograde in the sign of Aries, which of course for you is your 8th house. So shared resources, support that you need, all of these things are going to be very not forefront, the center stage of discussions, a big focus for you. The resources that you are receiving or not receiving, if you feel like you haven't had the support that you need, and you're going to focus very much also on making sure that whatever it is you want to accomplish in your life, you have the necessary resources, whether it is finances and money, expertise, talent, whatever this is. Very important month for that. And of course, right after that, March 3rd, we have Mercury entering the sign of Aries, which again for you is your 8th house. It's your resources. So very big focus on what's available, grants, loans, maybe some kind of opportunities, where you can receive the funding, you can receive the money that you need in order to perhaps, make some of your dreams happen. Could be something you're focusing on this month. It could be, of course, also spouses, money, boyfriends, girlfriends, money, stuff like that too here. But yes, a very big focus on shared resources with other people. Now, of course, because both Mercury and Venus are also retrograde this month. Venus retrograde literally starts on March 1st. Mercury retrograde starts on March 15th. There's a lot of things there that you might be resolving. Mercury is also your ruling planet, of course, so its retrograde is especially important for you, and it's this retrograde as well in the 8th house, going back into the 7th, will really make you focus on how you're managing your resources, your shared resources. If something needs to be managed better, perhaps, this is going to be definitely an awareness of that as well. And I think what's really going to help you, of course, is the fact that on March 20th, the Sun will enter Aries. So the Sun will enter Aries. It will help you see more clearly in a dark space. Sun in the 8th house could be like you know, when you're in a dark room somewhere in the closet in some kind of dungeon, and suddenly the big bright light comes and it's not dark anymore, suddenly you can see everything that's happening. It's that big you know, luminary in the 8th house that shows you, maybe again you knew that you need to get some kind of resource, or there is some kind of problem you need to transform, but you had no idea where to start and how to make things happen. But you had no idea when and how to start and how to make things happen. I feel like Sun in the sign of Aries in your 8th house will help you. It's also, of course, if it's not about shared resources, it could quite literally be about trauma, psychological transformation. There will be an understanding how to transform something very well. Of course, you know, something to keep in mind here is that in the end of the month, both Mars, both Mercury and Venus are going to be re-entering the sign of Pisces, your 7th house. No, and it's going to be important here. Focus on partnerships, relationships could be. So this is the month really where you are not meant to do everything alone, whether it is through help of others or whether it is through partnership, through relationship. You know, what you want to achieve is going to be much easier rather than if you try to cope and to do and to deal with everything alone. I would say that if I was to give Virgo an advice for the month of March, it would be, do not try to do everything alone. Do not try to just prove everybody how, oh, I'm a Virgo, no one does it better than me, I'm the one who knows how to do things better. This is not going to be your winning strategy. Your winning strategy really for the month of March for Virgos is to allow support of other people, allow resources and expertise of other people, allow also people literally to, you know, like just cooperate with you. It's a huge month also as well for a lot of you for relationships. This is actually something that already started in February, the theme of February, where we had, of course, Venus conversation with North Node and Venus conversation with Neptune in your 7th house in the sign of Pisces. So I really believe in March some of these themes could continue. You know, some of you might be already meeting somebody in February, and in March relationship deepens. If you're single and open to relationship in the month of March, there will still be a lot of opportunities. Of course, the only thing I will warn you here about is, yes, Venus is, you know, in Aries is in its detriment and it's retrograde, so don't jump into final conclusions necessarily yet in March. Let things, you know, simmer, let things cook so to say. But definitely I think for a lot of you this is quite a big month also emotionally, of course, because even though all of this action is happening in your 8th and 7th house, shared resources shows for the people, relationships, like I said already a million times, the biggest event I think for Virgos, of course, will be not even the Mercury retrograde that's happening on March 15, starts on March 15 and goes all the way till April. The biggest event I think for Virgos is going to be the total lunar eclipse in Virgo around 23 minutes, 23 degrees 50 minutes of Virgo, around 24 degrees of Virgo. This is an eclipse with South Node, and I think whatever old programs that are not serving you anymore, like something that doesn't serve you, whether it's being chronically single and never letting anybody in, whether it is being overly critical, judgmental of yourself or others, whether it is you, I don't know, just being like in a constant state of fear and hypochondria. You know, I'm a Virgo moon, and I sometimes get so like, I had to invest so much into my self-care, mindset, yoga, working out, meditating, to just overcome this never-ending tendency to worry, hyperfixate on things, and be in a state of anxiety. And I still am working through this. So for a lot of you, you will understand how being in that space just no longer serves you. You can no longer afford to be there, where you are in a state of fear, in the state of anxiety, in the state of being hypercritical of yourself or others, being fearful, maybe even being judgmental, judging yourself, not being open to love. You're going to be forced in some way to remove that program. It's a big one. This eclipse is honestly very, very big in terms of releasing that hyperfixation, that worry, that anxiety, that playing small even in some way. Old programming that no longer serves you is going to have to be released this month. And of course, because there's so much activation of your 8th house as well, one of the ways how it speaks is the language of transformation. Given also your ruling planet is going to be retrograde in your 8th house too. Big transformation. I think March 2025 for Virgos is going to be one of the most transformative months of their whole life, where you might just feel like you shed this old skin. We're in the year of a snake, right? You shed that old skin. You no longer even resonate with who you once were. You are in a completely different space. You are becoming a completely new person. Maybe part of it happens because you start, there's this different transformation through a relationship, through a connection. Even the very faded connection could be some kind of partnerships that are also really, really meant to be. Whether, again, if it's not romantic, could also be, of course, work as well, like business partnerships, creative partnerships. So again, I would say for Virgos, yes, this is going to be big. Your life will transform in the month of March. You might let go and shed old skin, old identity, but at the same time, it's a huge transformation. It's for your highest good. Don't be afraid, even though I know it's a little scary with south node, but I think really for a lot of you, you will breathe out like this, all the old stuff, and you will start fresh. Because also looking at this eclipse, to be honest, even how it's on March 14 and March 20, this is when Sun enters Aries. This is technically, right, the spring, truly new beginning of the year. It's even though it's about ending, it's also simultaneously about a new beginning for a lot of you. And because 8th house seem is present, think about 8 as, right, this infinity. There's never really a beginning without an end and an end without a beginning. It's almost like it's an ending that leads to a new cycle. So Virgos, I'm excited for you. Let me know how it goes. Again, personal consultations are available. A lot of these things will be different depending on your chart, your degrees, etc., and so on and so forth. But definitely don't try to do things alone this month. Open yourself to relationships, to partnerships, to deep connections, and don't be afraid to start new, to declutter. If you have an opportunity to declutter, do that now. It's going to be amazing. Thank you so much, guys. Give this video a big thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Wishing you the most amazing March. May you and your loved ones be safe, happy, healthy, and prosperous. Information about personal readings and consultations and one-on-one mentorship by description box. I love you all. We'll talk more about this eclipse, I promise. Thanks so much, and happy March. I wish you honestly to have a good one, a great one. Virgos, I forgot if I even mentioned this or not, but yes, there will be also tarot oracle reading that is going to decode some of these energies further. We're going to focus on this lunar eclipse, especially in the 8th house transits and 7th house transits for you for the month of March. It's going to be on Patreon or a membership site. Links are going to be to this video provided as well. Thank you as always, guys, for watching. Wishing you amazing March. Talk soon.